Hi everyone, it's Jess here. I usually talk about expat living in Hong Kong, but today I'll be talking about the train ride from Jakarta to Yogyakarta. I've heard so many great things about the route and just how beautiful the island of Java is, so here's what to expect on the journey. So if you haven't seen my last video, I booked a hotel that was close to the Gambir train station because the traffic in Jakarta is not too great, so you always have to anticipate a traffic jam. Luckily, there was no traffic jam and we arrived at the station within 30 minutes from the Hilton, which is the hotel that we stayed at. Highly recommend staying there if you're planning to take the train at the Gambir station the next day. You have to arrive at the station about 1 hour before the train departs to print off your tickets at the booths and line up to get onto the platform. I booked my ticket on ticket.com. You can book a ticket earliest 1 month in advance. There are several classes of tickets, but I booked the executive class ones because it has air conditioning and the executive class ones departs from Gambir. I'm at the Gambir station, which is kind of like central Indonesia. So when I arrived at the station, which is super packed by the way, I beelined straight to the ticket booths, entered my confirmation code in machines which printed out my tickets. Then you line up to get your tickets checked and your passports checked before you enter the train waiting station. I think there are 2 floors. The upper floor is the train platform and the lower 2 floors are waiting areas where you can buy snacks and drinks. I decided to buy this Indonesia tea to try. There are 3 lanes, so depending on the board it tells you which lane to go. So you go to that lane and then you wait for the train to arrive. Look forward to the train. Apparently the view in Java is amazing, so it's very highly recommended that you take the train all the way to Yogyakarta. See you then! When the time came for our train to arrive, we went up to the platform about 10 minutes before and phew, we ended up getting on the right train because there are trains coming in and out of the same platforms. Inside the executive class cabin is super spacious. You can even stretch out your legs and recline pretty far back. Looking outside my window, I can see the train start to depart and we have the city scene as our first view. So we are off to Jakarta, just leaving Jakarta now in the city. This train is very spacious. We're on the executive class. Maybe to buy something to eat, I'm not too sure. I need to check, but it's gonna be a 6-hour journey. So yeah, look for it. I got a little hungry halfway and I was wondering if they would have any food. Luckily, the attendants pushed over a food cart and I got this cute little lunchbox. Word food. So I think there's some fried chicken, some eggplant with some hot sauce on it, some other hot sauce. I don't know what that is, but this here is like a piece of rice, a really big piece of rice. So this is 38,000 Indonesian rupees. Let's try it out. Okay. Also, I decided to try my Indonesia tea, which is really sweet, but it's super fragrant with a very heavy condensed milk flavor. As the time went by, we passed by small towns with small little huts. And I was wondering where the beautiful scenery would start, but as soon as we crossed to central Java, the scene turned more tropical looking. It was so beautiful. In terms of the washroom, it was really clean. You have to push open the sliding door to go to the outside of the compartment, and I did a quick tour. Voila, here it is, like a typical train washroom, super clean, and I'm loving that cute picture of the girl at the back. 6 hours is pretty long on the train, so we decided to do some exploring. There's a refreshment compartment in the middle of the train, so we decided to walk through a few compartments down over there. As you can see, walking on a train is not the easiest thing to do, so I'm so glad I did not trip or whack anyone on the head while I was trying to balance, film, and open doors at the same time. So the background noise is super loud on the train, especially when we got closer to the middle of the train, but here I'm trying to explain that you can order food, looks like mostly Indonesian food, and they come pre-packaged, but they can heat it up for you. You can get like some rice, also some fried rice, and then in the back there is like coffee. I think you can get some coffee. Yeah, it's relatively cheap. It's like 10K, which is about like $1 or so. There's also some snacks. I don't really know what they are. There are also several drink selections, but I don't know what most of them were because they were in the Indonesian language and I had to Google some of them, but I did end up getting this herbal tea drink. So the drink had some lemongrass and hibiscus in it, and it was really fragrant. I gave it a try without any sugar yet because I usually don't drink tea with sugar. It's very spicy tea. I like it. Yeah, it's definitely got that lemongrass flavor in it. Very, very strong lemongrass flavor. And maybe some hibiscus because it's a bit like pink. Quite refreshing to look outside the window while enjoying my herbal tea. Finally, we arrive at the station 6 hours later. So we've arrived at Yogyakarta and just hanging out at the station. It's actually, my first impression is so cute. The architecture is so nice. And so we're about to head to our hotel after a 6.5-hour train ride from Jakarta. Highly recommend. The view is very nice, very relaxing ride here. So and now we're at the station and heading to our hotel. However, the station was so confusing. We didn't know where to go, so we just followed the crowd. And in order to exit the station, you had to literally walk through a train, which was so weird. You get out of the station, you get really confused because you don't know where the exit is. So in order to exit, you actually have to go through like this train in the door and out the other side in order to exit the station. It's so weird. We got out and we got a Grab rideshare, so make sure you download that when you're in Indonesia, and we headed straight to our hotel, the lovely 5-star Hotel Tantrum, with its amazing facilities, pool, and the best buffet breakfast ever. So I hope you liked my video. If you do, please give it a like and subscribe for my next adventure in Yogyakarta. Bye guys!